Welcome back to the weekly review. So this is a series of continuation of charts. So we did the weekly review of the past week, and we did the weekly outlook of this week before it happens, and we explained what going price to do. And I dropped the video in the middle of the week of my entry and my targets, and the week has ended, and now we're gonna do a weekly review. So we are in the hourly time frame. This is your USD. So you can watch the videos from the beginning. We were here and we mentioned we might take this high and reverse, or reverse from here and create SMT somewhere. So this is the SMT we created. This is Monday, this is Tuesday high. So this is the SMT we created. I took an entry here and I shown you how to take swing entries in 3 steps, and my target was here, and I mentioned in the first video the target of the Euro USD is here, and it went so beyond. This is my target. So we're gonna explain what is this, and I mentioned that I got out here. So this is Thursday and this is Friday. So I wanted to take a trade here, but I had no confirmation, so I took that as a reversal here, expansion, retracement, expansion. We have SMT here with GBP USD. So that's before NFP happens. For the people who doesn't know NFP means what, I don't know what to say, just look for it. I'm not here to tell you what these things are. I'm just here to focus on the traders that know the things and struggle being consistent and take profits. So when we see here, I just want to show you, this is the hourly time frame, and we did that in the hourly time frame in the last week of a review. So we just here, this is midnight open, this is midnight, this is midnight, and you're gonna understand why in the previous videos I said there is days you can trade in and you will get stopped a lot. So just let me put some annotations. So these lines are the midnight open. Here's my coffee. I mentioned here there is traders who gonna be stopped a lot here, and I will teach you why. So here in Monday we opened at midnight, went straight there. Okay, so this is Judah swing in ICT concepts, and when you have the changing state of delivery of this consecutive candles, you enter. And I couldn't have an entry here because this is too large. If it close here, I would take an entry here. This is too large as a bearish candle, and this is too late to take an entry. This is, so when the candle is extra large here, don't wait for a continuation here at this time in New York. Okay, if it happens in London, you can consider this as a retracement and continuation, but here we are in hourly time frame. This is the 11 a.m., which is London close, so you have this time of consolidation and things like that, or small retracements or small reversal, or it's to reverse, just retrace here, continue here, then reverse here, just like this. Okay, so do this straight talk. So if you don't take like one shot, one kill trade as I shown you, like one trade a week, I want you to do this in the hourly and 30 minutes, the minimum is 15 minutes in the same concepts I'm teaching you here. So the price here, we have a bearish bias. Okay, let's take this day here, we have a bearish bias. Okay, in the daily, let's put it a little bit clear. Okay, so if we have a bearish bias, the price is going to be opened, traded higher, then traded lower. Okay, and this is basic ICT power of 3. So this is consolidation, let's put it this way so you can see it, and this is manipulation, and this is the distribution. Okay, so this is a high probability day to trade. Okay, so London created the high, and in New York we reversed. You might get stopped here, okay, in a lower time frame. Let's remove all of this. Now you understand what I'm talking about. So you might get stopped here, okay, because in a lower time frame, in the 15 minutes, you can see it as a reversal here, okay. That's why I tell you do not use the 5 minutes. So you get stopped here, it's okay, and you're gonna have an entry here. I shown you this in the previous videos, okay. So you will have a much risk to reward to here. It's 2 to 3 hours. So you have a great trade, and you have take profit here. So you don't trade this Monday. We trade NFP in Mondays in NFP, okay, when it is so clear. And here we didn't have a trade, so we trade Tuesday and Wednesday. We don't trade Thursdays and Friday until the news get out. So we hadn't a trade here. We had a trade here. We didn't here, and we don't trade this day. So if you keep it simple like this, you're gonna be so profitable. Okay. So to avoid a missed trade or a stop loss here, just see this. In London, the price created a Judah swing. So this is the high. Okay, we retrace. If you go to a lower time frame here, which is the 15 minutes, you are marking the fair value gap of the hourly, okay, and you wait, okay. So you don't take this as a change in state of delivery, okay. You just wait. We are trading here in a fair value gap, okay. So the real change in state of delivery when a candle close like this. Let's take this candle. I see like the candle closes like this, okay. Here we consider we might inverse the 1 hour fair value gap. This is too advanced and I don't want you to do it, but this is just an idea in these situations, so you don't drop to a lower time frame and say we take this high and we are reversing, okay. And do not drop below the 15 minutes. So when you are marking the 1 hour fair value gap, you don't know when the market is going to reverse, okay. So we are just doing your job. We create a Judah swing, we are in a bearish bias, and this is looks like a change in state of delivery in the 15 minutes, okay. And we have a 1 hour fair value gap. So there is three things you can do, okay. The first advanced thing I shown you here, and the other thing, you just zoom out as I said, okay. You just go to the 30 minutes and you have this, okay. This is the 30 minutes fair value gap. So you just take this method. I don't do it, okay. I'm just showing you things. You wait to close aggressively in the lower half of a bearish bias in this bullish fair value gap. So you just wait for this candle to close just like this here, okay. Here, not weaken it. This week doesn't count, and this close doesn't count, okay. So this candle went to here and closed above. If this candle closed here in this area, we might consider this as a change in state of delivery. Since this order block here created the sweep of liquidity, so we take this as a trade here. And this is aggressive, by the way, but it gives you 2 hours. And the safest method, we are in, I don't know, timing. We use the time. We are in 6 a.m. in London session, so we just wait for the New York session, which is 7, okay. And when you wait here just for another 30 minutes, you just find that 7 hour here opened and traded higher, just like this, okay, just like this. And when you see this one created a fair value gap just like this one, and we had this reversing candle, okay, and we have SMT with GBP/USD, and this one candle here of 9 closed aggressively below the fair value gap in the 1 hour time frame, okay. And when you see this, the open of London New York session, we close below, okay. So you can take a trade here, okay. Put your stop here. It is just basic logic, okay. And you target 2 hour, and that's it, okay. or you target just the nearest low. In here we have a high probability, okay? But time, if you want to leave a trade till tomorrow, okay, you just target here. This is 3R, or you just take 2R in the same day and leave. So that's what we're going to do in everyday basis. So here, why you say we have a bearish bias, but we didn't open and traded higher, okay? So here we had a late, because when we reverse at 9 AM in New York session for the Euro USD, I take it as a late distribution, okay? Because in Euro USD usually we reverse like this, 5 AM, 3 AM, okay? So that's why I told you just take 2R, it's better than waiting for this. So let's do the annotations. This is the FGG. Okay. What we have here. Okay. This is how I see the market. This is the consolidation we have. Okay. And this is a market maker buy model. This is the market maker sell model. Okay. So continuation and those things, you know. So this candle here closed below the consolidation. Okay. And in this area we have this fair value gap. Okay, so do you think, let's put these, do you think in a logical way we're gonna open and take this high? It is logical, but we're not going to open and do the same here and we do it here, okay? Because we have near targets and we have distribution, we have the market phase, which is consolidation. This is a small, taking the liquidity here, just small and reverse, and we have the change here in states delivery that we confirm we got out of the consolidation and we are going to be trading lower, okay? So there is no sense after, we don't know, we just wait for this. So we opened, traded here, closed aggressively below, and we created an order block, so we just take an entry here. And if you do that in the 15 minutes, you have nowhere to have an entry. You would be like, what the fuck I'm gonna do? Let's enter here, and I get stopped. And when you take an entry here, okay, and you have this fair value gap, and given you 1.87, it is the same as 2%, okay? So don't just be a nerd and trying to chase perfection and things like that. I'm just showing you how to not get stops. Gonna show you how you don't get a stop 11 times in a day. So when we zoom in 15 minutes, that's why I tell you to zoom out to have a clear picture, because you can't handle these. Like in the hourly time frame, this here, it's just one candle and or two. So here it's a lot. It is a lot. So this is changing state of delivery. This is 2 AM, and we have this called as the late protraction. Okay, late protraction, it's the opposite of the normal protraction, which is consolidation, manipulation, and distribution. The late protraction is this: we open and continue lower because we are in a stage of continuation, okay, because we had a reversal in a late time, considering this as a forex pair, not Nasdaq, because in Nasdaq 9 AM it's the real actual time, the great time. In Euro USD it's the opposite, okay? So we don't have time to retrace or manipulate all the way here and continue. So we're gonna have some days with a late protraction, okay? We confirm this in the hourly time frame, and due to bias and everything, so here it makes sense to trade directly to this target here, okay? So when we open, we're gonna have in the late protraction, we're gonna have an entry from 2 AM to 3, okay? This is the area of timing that you can have an entry. And if you are in the 15 minutes, you will consider this as we traded here, and you see we traded here, we close below, and we're gonna have an entry, okay? And you do this, and you say that I told you to do this, which I didn't tell you to do this. I'm telling you to go in a higher time frame, okay? So let's see the 30 minutes. In the 30 minutes, you have clear things here, which is the same as 1 hour. So this is 2. We say the entry from 2 to 3, and you have this order block here. We didn't trade to it, we closed. So we're gonna open, retrace straight to it. You have your entry here, your stop here, and target this fair value gap. Okay, and this is a lot of shoppiness because we have NFP. We don't trade Thursday, that's why I closed my trade here, because we don't trade Thursday when we have NFP in Friday. Okay, so here we have consolidation. We took this low here, we reverse created fair value gap, and we opened, traded lower, then traded high. I opened here, we traded high first, we took these highs, okay, and we traded lower, take the lows, and traded high. So this is completely fucked up. Okay, so you just don't trade here at all because we have NFP, and this is what happened. Look at this. I wanted to have a trade here. Okay, I wanted this to retrace at least, to open retrace just here, so I can take an entry from here and put my stop loss here and target just here. And that didn't happen. Okay, so this is the weekly review in, I don't know, 30 minutes video, and this is how you do it, this is how I do it, and this is how you're gonna do it if you want to be taking profits. Trade Euro SD in the 1 hour time frame, have a clear bias in the daily and 4 hour, and just go enter in the trades like I'm showing you here. So, and stop chasing lower time frame, because there is just in a mathematical way, this is 2R, okay, and this is, I don't care which time frame you are using, okay, this is 3R. I'm just teaching you a math class here, okay. This is 4R, and this is limitless R, okay, like some people showing you in Instagram, okay, these people who buy Lamborghinis, okay. you better be getting the joke, okay. So if you take, let's see guys, where is there you go, let's put this, let's put this one. So there is a high chance to take a trade from here to go here in a small amount of time, okay. Let's say here it takes 30 minutes. Here it could do this, take 45 minutes, and this is here, maybe you get stopped, and this is here, you take ages, okay. How many chances you have in a week to take trades like this and feel confident that price, it might go faster to your TP? A lot. And when you take 2R for a long period of time, you're gonna have a high strike rate, okay. The high strike rate takes you out of bad psychology. So when you have a high strike rate with this small R, you're gonna be profitable and in a good mood every day. When you take this, you are lowering the probabilities to take profit in the market. So what you have to do, let's say here we trade 5 days a week, here you should trade 3 days a week, okay. So you need extra confirmation, and you lower your trades to balance the strike rate, the probabilities, and the winning ratio. And here you have 4R, so you do the same as you did here. So you lower everything, you take 1 trade to 2 trades per week, okay, and you're gonna chase the lower time frame to get 4R in these days. And here you will get stopped, of course. So you get stopped in 3 trades and win 1 trade, and so yeah, I took 4R trade, bitch, you lost 3 trades before, so you are winning 1%. If you do this in the first step, you won't take 70 trade and lose half and win half and find yourself you won 1% in the end of the day. And this for the people who take this amount of R in 3 months and lose everything before they win this trade of limitless R and buy Lamborghini. Okay, so this will take you off misery. This maybe it will leave you struggling a bit. Some days, some weeks are great and some weeks are just a little bit average. This you're gonna be fighting yourself in the lower time frame, and with this you will never gonna be a profitable if you live decades on earth trying to trade and you won't learn anything or win anything. So believe me or not, this is how it is. So that's it. Because as we see with 2R, we're just having a trade just here. This is 2R, okay. This is 2R. Okay, you just understand, okay. If you take this trade and extend it to 3R, you will wait a day to reach TP. If you extend it to 5R, you wait 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, okay? And you might get stopped because at the end you are a human being and you will retrace your you put your stop loss in the break even, and at the final result you're gonna be stopped, okay? So if you didn't do this, you're gonna wait 3 days, okay? So the probabilities to take profit got lowered by days, by time, okay? If you just took this as 2R, you have one trade here and trade here, this is 4R, let's say 3.5, and you leave, you sleep this Thursday, you sleep on Friday, and you do nothing, and you're gonna be in profit at the end of the week. So, and if you take a trade here and you are not content with this 1.9 and you say, let's take this, I'm extra confident the trade gonna be trade here, this is 3R, you're gonna be stopped, okay? So you lower your probabilities to be profitable. This is a live example, you can check it on your PC and charts and see if I'm right or not. And that's your personal life. I don't care if you take 1R trade or 70R trade. I'm just here to show you how things works, because I feel like sorry for those people who don't know how things work, because I was there and I don't want you to be there, and I want you to get out of this cycle as soon as possible. So if you like this video, share and comment and like it, of course, and subscribe to get the next videos. We're gonna drop a video tomorrow about the next week's outlook, and yeah, maybe a video in the middle of the week about a trade. If I'm gonna take trades like this, I'm gonna post it, okay? So if you are new in YouTube channel, you can find the link of my Instagram page. You just click on the link and follow it for more tips.